The ultimate guide of deciding when to collect Social Security is a process that is taking a look at your individual situation. According to a recent survey, I think in 2025, 2024, about 15% of people were actually increased on when to draw Social Security early, meaning that, thousands of retirees were collecting Social Security because of their not meeting their full retirement age. They were taking it maybe at 62, 63, not waiting until age 66 or 67 on when to claim benefits. And I think a lot of the reasons why is probably because of fear. Our headlines have been bombarded about the fact, Social Security is going broke. If we look at what's happened so far in 2025, we go back into January. The previous administration, on their way out, extended Social Security benefits to government employees, and I'm sure government employees love getting the ability now to collect some Social Security benefits, and the elimination of the windfall elimination provision, government pension offset. That's a big win, I think, for that group of people, but that's just one further strain now that we have on the Social Security administration and what their nest egg is left with. Later on the year, in the big beautiful bill, President Trump claimed that 90+% of people are now going to not pay taxes on their Social Security benefit. Again, somebody who helps retirees, I think that seems like on the surface a big win, right? But again, another further strain that we have in Social Security. So you see this year, I think a lot of people are claiming Social Security earlier because of that fear. What I want to do is walk you through this ultimate Social Security guide and help you make a decision based upon your unique individual needs, where you're at. And I think it's important to understand why timing matters, because selecting the wrong decision with Social Security can mean tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars over the course of your lifetime on what benefits that you're going to get. So you want to make sure that you get the optimal solution for your situation. When you look at it, you can claim Social Security benefits anywhere between the ages of 62 and 70 for most Americans. The longer you wait, the bigger your paycheck is going to be. You're going to have fewer payments, obviously, the longer that you wait. If we look at an example of somebody who collects $2,000 a month at what is considered their full retirement age, at $2,000 a month, let's say their full retirement age is 67. If they decided to collect benefits early at the age of 62, their benefits would be reduced by $1,500 a month. And if they delayed taking benefits till the age 70, they would get benefits of $2,640 a month for the rest of their lifetime. That's a 76% increase between the earliest and the latest claiming strategy. So when you're looking at your claiming strategies, you're going to make a decision of one of three things. Number one is you're going to decide, I'm going to claim benefits early. Your benefits could be reduced by as much as 30%. And it's going to make sense. And maybe if you're a single individual, maybe if you're in poor health, maybe you're in desperate need of the income. Maybe if you have a much younger spouse and you're thinking about, how that could impact the needs of where your family is at. Those could be some of the reasons why you'd want to consider early claiming, but you do want to realize that that's going to permanently reduce your spouse's potential survivor benefit as well. Number two, option two, is to look at your full retirement claiming age. Full retirement claiming age for this segment, we're going to talk about people age 67. That monthly benefit then entitles you to 100% of your primary insurance amount is what it's referred to. It can make sense if you need the income at your full retirement age. Maybe you're risk adverse about what's going to happen with Social Security in the future. You're concerned about the political uncertainty that we have as well. And maybe you have just an average life expectancy. The third option that you could take a look at is you could look at delayed claiming strategies. And so that's going to be typically age 67 to age 70. It's going to make sense if you're in good health, you have good longevity in your family, you have other income sources. Maybe you've saved up a nest egg of money inside of your 401k and your IRA, and you can bridge the gap to delay drawing Social Security. You want to maximize your survivor benefits, and really, again, you expect to live past, your mid 80s. You may have thought in your situation, the next thing that you did is, hey, I did the break even analysis. I can't tell you how many people come into my office and said, Nolan, I looked at the break even analysis and, I've got to live to X number just to break even. How long you delay claiming Social Security can change that break even analysis. Claiming benefits at age 67 as an example versus age 62, depending upon your payment amount, it might be like age 78 as your break even. Claiming benefits between the age 67 and waiting till age 70, your break even analysis might be about age 82. Every year that you live past that break even analysis, you come out further ahead with delaying taking benefits. When you look at this, I will have a lot of people say to me, Nolan, nobody in my family lived past X, right? So I better get what benefits I can, why I get those benefits. I would say when you're looking at Social Security, again, if you're financially well off and you have other resources that you can bridge that gap, I would bet on you living. One of the two of you, if you're a married couple, betting that one of the two of you is going to live a long time. So, don't make that analysis thinking that, just because nobody in my family lived that long, I better just get what I can. And there are special considerations if you are a married couple. So you can claim in a married couple situation a half of the benefit record of your spouse. You must wait until your spouse claims their own benefit. There's no delayed retirement benefit credits past that full retirement age. For a married couple, you also want to take into consideration your survivor benefits. You might be thinking, well, I'm not very healthy. I better just claim benefits while I have. But the caution there is think about the impact that the survivor benefits will get. A survivor is typically going to get one of the two benefits, the higher of the two. And, claiming benefits early could have a negative impact on what the higher benefit is. And it could be, again, worth a couple hundreds of thousands of dollars over the course of a survivor's lifetime by making the right choice. So that optimal strategy, higher earners can delay credits till age 70. It can kind of help maximize some of the survivor benefits as well. Maybe you have the lower income earners start benefits early. Consider any age gaps that you have going on. You'd want to look at the health factor that you have. Answer those questions about financial need, right? Do you need the money, or do you have other resources that you could bridge the gap and help to delay taking benefits at an earlier time? So whether it's your 401k or your IRA, maybe you're going to consider working part-time. Maybe you have a source of pension that helps bridge the gap as well. If you're going to continue working, you also want to understand the impact of drawing benefits early before your full retirement age as well. That's called the earnings test. So I've had people that have come in the office that say, Nolan, I'm not going to retire for a couple of years, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take Social Security now. I'm going to maybe use that money to invest and build up my nest egg. I'm maybe going to take that money and I'm going to apply it towards debt elimination. Conceptually, that sounds good. The problem is if you collect both your Social Security and you continue working, and in 2025 your income is over about $23,400, you could lose $1 in benefits of Social Security for every $2 of earnings that you get. Now, those benefits are returned later in life with some higher payments after you get to full retirement age, but those penalties in those early years can be a big shocker, especially if you don't find out about that penalty until you go file your tax returns the next year. So some common mistakes that you want to avoid is, again, claiming Social Security right away, either at age 62, or assuming that I'm going to take Social Security as soon as I retire. That could be a couple $100,000 costly mistake over the course of your lifetime by making that wrong decision. Mistake number 2 is ignoring the spousal and the survivor benefit, and what the impact is that you make on your decision is going to impact other ones. Number 3 is overestimating what your investment returns are, right? If you're going to collect that money and you're going to invest it, If you look at what the guaranteed income increase is in Social Security, every year you delay benefits past your full retirement age, you're getting an automatic 8% increase plus a cost of living increase. So don't just assume that Wall Street's going to continue to have as much good returns as it's had here in the past couple of years. And number four is you want to take into consideration taxes and how taxes work on Social Security. Tax planning with Social Security can be a very important part. So consider that framework, consider how you put it together, evaluate your own situation, identify whether you're single, married, early, regular, late, the benefits of taking it in each situation. And, the bottom line is it doesn't, it's well worth your time to spend a little bit of time to figure out in your own situation what could be your best approach. There's a lot of software that's out there. Our firm has them. You can find them on the internet that will help you put these numbers in there and figure out what your best approach is on drawing Social Security. And here's your action steps. What I want you to do is, if you haven't yet, go to ssa.gov, set up your Social Security account, get your statement, review your statement for accuracy. Number two, I want you to look at the different Social Security calculators that are out there where you can then begin to identify what are the different claiming strategies for our situation, not what the neighbor did or the guy at work told you to do. You can calculate that break-even analysis and figure out what that looks like in your situation. Discuss with your spouse other coordination strategies, how the survivor benefit works. Consider consulting with a retirement specialist if you are a little overwhelmed on running these numbers. Again, this is something that I've done hundreds of times. It can help calculate those situations are as well. And then, of course, as your situation changes in life, revisiting what your options are as well. There's no universal right answer on when to collect benefits. It really depends upon your own unique situation. The default assumption that I'm going to take it right away when I retire is flawed, and it may cost you tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars without figuring out what could be the best approach. If you add up that lifetime income that you get from Social Security, a married couple could get $1 million or more when you add up all those payments. This is an area that you want to get it right. You want to make sure that you do the analysis and make the decision and make an informed decision so you have better peace of mind and you don't have to look back in 10 years from now and say, hey, I wish I would have done something different.